Hi guys, my name is Jenna. If you guys are new here, welcome back to my channel and welcome to our monthly plan with me video. I feel like you guys know what I'm gonna say, but goodbye summer. If you guys are new to my channel, I live right outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia, and I'm someone that just really enjoys and appreciates living somewhere with actually 4 seasons. I feel like it's kind of what contributes to making me feel like the year is going by so fast because every single season has like 1 month of it starting, 1 month of being in the middle, and another month of it ending, and I just feel like it helps the year go by really fast. I don't know, maybe that's just me. These monthly plan with me videos help me really slow down every single month and try my best to live intentionally. I feel like I have a lot of things going on in my life a lot of the time. I have my 9-to-5 corporate job, I have my YouTube channel, I'm training for a marathon right now, I'm trying to learn Korean this year, and on top of that I'm trying to also just be like balanced and like read and cook and like be a human and see my friends and stuff and my family. So I've been really consistent for the last year and a half or so, planning out each month ahead just because it helps me feel like not stressed. As someone that gets stressed really easily, planning out my month with all of my content, all of my like to-dos, kind of everything, my budget, it helps me just feel at ease with like the craziness that I feel like my life is. And if you clicked on this video, you probably like planning too, so I won't babble on more. Let's just go ahead and get started. As always, there will be timestamps in the description box below if there's things that you kind of want to just like skip around in. I use Notion for all of my yearly and monthly planning. I use Rella for my content calendar, and I use my Shop Amanda Rachley denim doodle planner for my 2024 just kind of like overall daily to-dos, my habit tracking, my mood tracking, my like monthly self-care with coloring and everything. So we're gonna go through everything here. How about let's start with our content calendar. I feel like I never start with my content calendar, so I feel like this will be a nice little switch up. I know this won't apply to every single person, but maybe if you're watching and you also create content on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, long form, short form, you have a podcast, whatever it is, whatever creative endeavor you have, Rella is something that really helps me just stay on track, and it helps me keep everything just in plan. And it helps me just kind of be more flexible with myself too and know when I want to take a day off, which actually reminds me as I'm looking at this, I'm like, where is my day off? I guess it's actually today, Monday. I don't really know, but we'll see how the month goes. I'm trying to be more flexible where like if I don't want to upload twice a week that week, then it's fine if it's like past the one off that I have a month, because if we go back, this is how last month looked with my content schedule. I was pretty flexible with myself. I had a general goal of uploading twice a week, just kind of any days of the week. And since I traveled a lot in August, I went to New York, LA, and I actually lived at home in Maryland with my parents for a week. I was just like, whatever, I'm gonna post what I can and I'll have my plan. And that's why the plan really helps, because I at least know like what I need to prepare for in terms of filming. But this is how last month looked. I think it looked pretty good. And here's how September looks. This is like my ideal plan, but this is like basically how August looked, and then it became this. So this is just like my light overview for September. We have our September plan with me video. I'm going to sprinkle in some days in my life videos on top of my work to live diaries work week in my life videos. I've been loving just vlogging my work weeks in general. I feel like it helps me like feel happier when I'm working my 9-to-5 job, as weird as that sounds. Just filming it and talking to you guys and sharing my life with you during my work weeks, it just fulfills me a lot. So I'm trying to sprinkle in more work to live diaries, but also equally as many days in my life, because I love just like vlogging my daily life too. So we have a lot of days in my life videos. We have a weekend at home. That's gonna be our sponsored video. I think I'm gonna have just one sponsor in the month of September. I have been pushing off my Arlington, Virginia apartment hunting video, but since I wasn't in Arlington too much in the month of August, if I was here, I just like wanted to rest and not tour apartments. So I didn't tour any apartments in August, but I toured 2 different buildings in July. So I'm gonna keep this intention of having the video like every single month until I actually do it, because it'll really help me. Apartment hunting video, hopefully at the end of September. Oh, here's a fun one. What I spent in a week. This is something I actually just decided today because I had a free video, and I like to have at most like 1 or 2 evergreen content types, which is just something that anyone could search at any moment. So I have a what I spent in a week, and it's going to be not vlog style, but more sit down style, just because I feel like if I'm vlogging what I'm actually spending in a week, it's just like my consciousness of like being more intentional of like, do I want to show what I'm spending or not? So I think it will be fun to go through just a random week in my archives and kind of go through what I spent that week. So that's gonna be really fun. I haven't done one of those videos in like years, so I'm really excited for that. And I think that's everything for my content calendar. I think that is everything. If you want to see what the board view looks like, this is what it looks like. I have all these really pretty cards here for just showcasing like what type of content I'm doing, and it's so nice. Honestly, I really love Rella, and just the whole redesign of this app in general is just so good and I love it. Ooh, I actually have to finish this, but this is how it looks in real time. This video was my most recent video and it's no longer in progress. So I usually just kind of jump ahead and I make it completed because there's no sponsor or anything used for this video. So if you go back, everything's all here and we can actually go through what is in progress, because I do have a days in my life that's planned. This video, the days in my life, that's also already done. So if something is done filming, I usually have it as pending, and if something is like in the process of being filmed, I'll have it as in progress. It kind of is the same, but yeah, that's how I use Rella, and that's the content that you guys can expect for the next month. Next, let's go to our Notion and look at our yearly and monthly goals. As you guys know, this is my Notion template. I made this template myself, and it's actually free for download if you want to use it for your own personal Notions and customize it however you want, whether it's just 1 page, 2 pages, all pages, whatever it is. This is a free resource that I have for you because I don't really use Notion too much. I really just use it very minimally for my goals. So here's how the homepage looks. I think it looks very, very nice. I love looking at my vision board. I made this in the beginning of the year, and it's kind of crazy how much of this I feel like has come to life so far. But we're gonna look at our yearly goals. We're gonna go down. Okay, I did look at these before I started filming this video, and I have nothing really to, I guess, like say or update you guys on in terms of these goals. I'm on track with everything. Stuff that I have left is reading at least 10 books a year, which I'll go through because I actually think I'm really close to it by now. Working on Korean every single month. You guys know that a huge goal of 2024 for me is to try to learn Korean as best as I can. I'm not someone that grew up knowing it or speaking it or understanding it, so it's been really challenging. And it's something that I've just kind of put off my entire life as someone who was born in America, but both of my parents were born in Korea. But this is just a huge goal that I have this year of working on Korean every single month. I'm taking classes, and I'm actually starting my 3rd Korean course of the year today. So I'm really excited. We're still working on that every single month. I have Korean goals too. There's no update on that, so I'm just gonna breeze by it. And then journaling at least once a quarter. I'm trying to do that more. I'm really not someone that likes journaling a lot, but I want to at least do it every couple of months. So just realistically, I think I'm still on track with that, but maybe I could do it more. I just don't want to force myself if I don't really want to journal. I've traveled so much this year, so I've hit all of my travel goals. Health and fitness, finding new rotation recipes. I feel like Rachel and Jaren's taco salad is one of my new rotation recipes. It's just so easy to make, and if you guys watch my vlogs, then you guys already know what I'm talking about. But it's just a really simple, healthy, filling, nutritious, delicious meal, and it's really good. But I want to find my own, so I'm not gonna check it off just yet. I'm currently still training for the Marine Corps Marathon, which is at the end of October. It's October 27th in Arlington and Washington, D.C. And on the day that I'm filming this, I'm currently on week 11 out of 18. So I'm over halfway there. It kind of feels like I'm like over it at this point, but the miles are getting like really, really long. So I'm on track with that. Being consistent with my exercise throughout the year. This is, I feel like should I just check this off now? Okay, maybe I'll wait until like October or November, but I'm just someone that has always been really consistent with my exercise routine. My exercise is like literally what keeps me sane, and it's like my biggest indicator of giving myself self-care, so I'll probably check that off. Career, take at least 1 video off a month, track my income using a budget and stick to it. I am on track with my budget, and we'll talk about that later. Launch 1 new JH Collective item. Okay, you guys, I'm kind of thinking about taking this off. My year has been crazy, and I haven't really felt motivated to do anything with JH Collective, which is my merch brand and my small business. I don't know. I really don't feel very motivated. Maybe at the end of the year, but I haven't done anything. Everything that I've said in the past, I haven't done anything on it. So we'll see. And then overall, save $15,000 to a savings fund. And that could be a travel sinking fund, a house fund, an emergency savings. So I think I'm on track with that. Those are all of my goals for the year. I'm still on track with everything. I do like to talk about them every single month, which I know might be really repetitive, but there are some months where I've changed these goals or I've actually updated them in real time with you. For the month of September, we have Korean class and conversations and marathon training. Those are like my big thing. Conversations. And with that, let's go to our monthly goals. For our monthly goals, yes, we have September goals, but let's go back to our archive and just look through what goals we accomplished in the month of August. So as I said before, I traveled a lot in August. I actually wasn't in Arlington too much. I was home in Maryland for a whole week. I was in New York City for a weekend, and I was in LA for a bachelorette party for a whole weekend, or like a little bit, like half a week. And so the times that I did have in Arlington, I feel like I did a really good job of like seeing my friends. I feel like I probably should have added that here because that was like a huge priority, which I didn't really expect, but kind of makes sense. But I can say reading 1 book was something that was actually a challenge for me because I didn't read anything in July, or I think I did in like the beginning of July. I finished Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, and I loved that book so much. It was like the ultimate romance book that I was like, I I'm like in a slump now. So the one book that I read was actually via audiobook, and I did that during my long runs in the month of August. I read We'll Always Have Summer by Jenny Han, which is the third book in the Summer I Turned Pretty series. It was the perfect audiobook to listen to because it was like a very young adult, like very chill, like lighthearted book, but it was also really nice in audiobook form because Lola Tung, who's the main character in the show, she actually narrates the entire audiobook. So I really only couldn't do an audiobook if the narrator is someone that's like relevant to the book that I'm reading. So I really loved it, and it was really nice. Like I didn't think the story was all that crazy, but it was definitely very lighthearted and very like easy to listen to / read. That is the book that I read in the month of August. And I'm currently in progress reading a book. I'm like 60% of the way through a different book, but I'll show you in the Books and Media Hub. Okay, sleep. Yeah, I haven't, I was really close. I didn't want to cheat and like say I could round up because my monthly average at the end of August was 6 hours and 45 minutes of like my sleep trend. This is a Chorus Pace 3 running watch, and I wear it to sleep so that it can track my sleep, and I didn't really sleep that much in August, but it makes sense with all the travel that I did, so I'm not like too mad. I'm definitely not like happy with it, but it is what it is. Okay, health and fitness, prioritize mobility and recovery at least 3 to 4 times a week. Yes, I was really good about doing that. So as you guys know, I'm marathon training, and I'm just someone that usually skips stretching after my runs, but since my runs are getting farther than half marathons for like my long runs on the weekends, I was like, I really need to prioritize stretching so that I don't injure myself and that I'm not like making things worse as my mileage really starts to ramp up. So I did prioritize mobility and recovery. I have like YouTube videos that I follow, or I just make sure to stretch at least every single day for like 10-15 minutes. So yeah, we have that. That was pretty good progress, but I did not make a summer recipe. I just like I said, I didn't really cook that much in August, like at least anything substantial or like out of the box, but yeah, I just didn't really make time for it. Okay, and then Korean learning, I finished my second class, which was like a Korean beginner level 3. I finished that in August, and then I did practice content from the course every single week after the class had ended. There was like a 3-week break in between beginner level 3 and then upper beginner level 4, which is the class I'm starting today. So I did review the content every single week, but I think I could have done a better job with like practicing my speaking. I just like reviewed the content, but I did review it. And then lastly for financial, maintain my budget and then save $5,000 towards a home fund. And before I speak further, I'll talk about the budget and everything. August was a really big month for me because it was the month that I got my 9-to-5 bonus, like my annual bonus. So I think the original goal I had was to save $1,000 towards my home fund, but I did get a pretty big bonus this year, which I'm so grateful for. I didn't even know what it was gonna be. I did change this goal to just dump basically all of my bonus to my home fund. So I ended up saving $5,000, which was so huge. So I feel like actually with that I might have hit my yearly goal for my savings because I just totally forgot to take into account my annual bonus. Also, speaking about the budget, this is where I kind of talk a little bit more about areas of my budget. I don't share my entire budget just because it's like too much and I don't want to put all of that out in the public, honestly. But I did ask on a poll on my YouTube community tab what one area you guys wanted me to go into in terms of my budget, and we can do like a little deep dive and like review that together between dining, Amazon purchases, and shopping. And you guys chose dining, which definitely makes sense considering last month dining was the biggest amount. So let's just look. First of all, here's the pie chart of my spending for the month. I'm not going to share like my whole everything. If you want to calculate it, you probably can figure it out. But I really like seeing like where my money has gone every single month, and pie charts are just really nice. In the actual spending, you guys can see that a lot of my spending this month went to travel because I was in California and New York. And then a lot of it went to shopping, and actually only 10% went to dining. 10.8%, 11% rounding up. Where if we go back to July, I think dining was around 18%. So yeah, I think I actually did a really good job because I think I dined out like way too much. Granted, it was like peak summer, and there were small things where like the meals that I was eating out, I did pay for the person that I was eating with for like celebrating something, whether it was a promotion or birthday or something. So let's just look for August. And so when I look at this, I'm like, okay, what did I spend for dining out this month? And honestly, when I look at this, there were really only 2 times that I dined out this month that I was like, I probably didn't have to do it, but it was just the 2 times of the month that I like cheated myself. And that's when I got Panda Express with Thomas. I like ran a half marathon on like a Wednesday morning, and I was like, okay, I don't do that. I don't usually do my long runs during the work week, so I'm gonna like reward myself. So we got Panda Express for lunch, and I paid for Thomas's. And then another one, I got takeout. That was actually like a couple days ago because I also did a long run. I ran 17 miles and I was like unable to do anything afterwards. And I was like, I'm gonna treat myself today and get myself pad thai. So I got like pad thai and summer rolls as takeout for myself. And so yeah, but everything else, honestly, I'm not really mad about. The plus sign is when I indicate if I like paid for that one person's meal, or if I do like with, that's just like me dining out with someone, I'm not like paying for them, because I do want to be aware too of like how often I'm paying for other people, because I do think sometimes I can be a little overboard on like paying for other people and like the generosity budget in that way. So I do like to just like be aware of when I am paying for others, just literally for my own awareness. So in the beginning of the month, I got brunch with my two friends, Brady and his wife Jules, which was really nice. I hadn't seen them in like years, and I think that was my first time meeting Jules too. So that was really nice. And then in the beginning of August, my friend Christian also came over. I was vlogging that week. That was the week that I was home. And he drove like over 30 minutes away to come like co-work with me. So as a thank you, I paid for his lunch. I had a birthday dinner with my friend Reha, and I paid for her half. We went to 60 Vines in Washington, DC, and we got like happy hour deals. We got like a lot of wine. And so yeah, that's why the cost is a little bit higher. That's just honestly how much it costs a lot of the time to dine out in Washington, DC. So that was a little bit bigger, but it was an occasion, so I'm not mad about it. And then I got dinner with my sister and my brother-in-law. Seems like that was the only time I really did that this month. And I paid for Thomas's half. Panda Express I already talked about. I got dinner with my friend Leah last week, and she got a new job, so I wanted to celebrate her getting a new job, and I paid for her half. Takeout was for myself, and then last one was like a happy hour that Thomas and I did at the end of the month. I think that was during our long weekend. So yeah, that's what the spending was for dining out this month. My total spending out amount was $411.46, and that's actually, I think that's still a lot objectively, but living close to Washington, DC, and also living with a partner, and also like celebrating my friends and family, I personally am okay with that. But I know that everybody is different, and that's why I don't really like to do too much financial content, because I just feel like everybody has totally different budgets and stuff. But I do like to talk about my breakdown of everything and just kind of like my thought process for anyone else that might need some inspiration on their budgeting processes too. Okay, well that was fun. I hope, comment below if you guys liked that little budget breakdown. That was the first time that I really did this in these monthly plan with me videos, and I honestly really enjoyed it. So let me know, and I will put on my community tab or maybe on my Instagram, so follow me on both, which one you guys want to see next month, because it won't be the same thing every single month unless you guys vote for it. Now for the September goals. It's pretty simple. My goals every month are honestly really simple, and they just align with like the huge things that I have for the year, which I already named earlier. So personal and career, I want to read one book. I'm in the middle of reading, okay, I'll just say it. I'm in the middle of reading Soulmates, which is the second book of a duology that I started in the beginning of the year. The first one was called, I think, like Heart of Soul, right? Yeah, Heart and Soul. So that was the first book, and now I'm reading Soulmates, which is the second book, and I love it so far. It's so good, you guys. I'm like 65% of the way through, so that will be probably the book that I finish in September, and then after that, I'm gonna read Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, which is in my bookcase. It's like a real book, not a book on my Kindle. Those are my reading updates. I'm gonna roll over the goal from August of trying to maintain 7 hours of sleep daily by the end of the month. Like that's really, I think sleep is just so important, especially for marathon training, so I'm really trying my best to like sleep as much as I can. Health and fitness, maintain my marathon training. This is my last big month of training because my actual marathon is at the end of October, and for the last 2 weeks before the marathon, you like taper off, they say. So you like reduce your mileage to prepare your body for race day. So September is my last like full month of training. So I really just like want to maintain my health, get enough sleep, do my runs, stay on my training plan, and yeah. Okay, rice cooker recipe. I do want to do that because I was like, if I do something that's like too vague, like summer recipe, then I don't want to do it. And I don't really want to do a fall recipe yet. So I was like, okay, in September, I'm gonna do like a rice cooker recipe because those are really easy. I'm like very, very into that side of TikTok where people are showing their rice cooker recipes, and they're really easy, honestly. A rice cooker is just like a huge pressure cooker. So I wanna do a rice cooker recipe, whether it's like salmon, fried rice, something, we'll see. But that is a goal. And then for Korean, just start my new class. Oh wait, this is level 3. We're actually beginning level 4, and it's called Upper Beginner. That starts today, and then I do want to practice my vocab and review my classwork every single weekend. Okay, and then lastly, maintain my budget, of course, and then save $500 towards a travel fund. That is usually it's my home fund, but since I traveled a lot in August, I like kind of want to replenish that sinking fund. And yeah, those are my goals for September. I think that's everything for Notion. There's nothing left. Again, I'll show you guys the Books and Media Hub, but it's nothing really crazy. We'll always have summer. I rated it 3 stars. I was like, I didn't hate it, so it's not 2 stars, but it was like, whatever. It was good. It was fine. 3 stars. and then I'm reading Soulmates. Okay, that's everything for, I think, all of my digital planning and everything. I'm gonna stop the screen recording here. Lastly, let's look at my bullet journal. First off, I do want to show you guys my finished habit and mood trackers for the month of August. Here's how everything looked. I kind of had like a bad week in the middle of the month. I don't really need to go into it, but yeah, I just want to be aware of like when I'm having good weeks and bad weeks, because if I do have a bad week, I really try my best to be intentional and like not maintaining that bad mood. So there were a couple of days where I was just having an off week, and I think I was actually vlogging that week too. I was like, this is just not a good week, but I think I came back from it by the end of the month. So here's my habit and mood tracker. I did a pretty good job. No journaling, but ooh. Okay, and then, ooh, I do want to show you guys also, these are pictures that I printed out with my HP Sprocket. I love the HP Sprocket because they actually print as stickers and there's no ink required. So you really just need to make sure that the Sprocket is charged and that there's paper. Those are like the only two things you really need to get, not paper and ink or tape or glue or something. And so yeah, these are my memories from August. I love doing this because I just love looking back on it at the end of the month. And actually, I was really good about using my bullet journal this month. It really helped me like keep on track for when I was home. I think maybe because I wasn't home every single week, that when I was home, I was like, okay, I gotta stay on it. So I actually did use this every single week, which was nice. And then here's the September theme. I don't love it. Like, actually, the only thing I really like about it is the fact that the cat is black. It's like a cute little tuxedo cat. It like reminded me of Rachel's cat. I don't know. I think I could have done something more with the comforter or the duvet, but it's fine. It's actually not the worst thing ever. Here's how it looks. It's pretty cute. And then here's the monthly layouts. I like the monthly and the weeklies a lot more than the cover photo. The cover photo, I just never really know what to do. Here's the empty habit and mood trackers. I think this will look really cool by the end of the month with all of the moods and stuff. And then here's how each monthly layout looks. And that's officially everything. I colored every single week too of September. The last couple of months, I've just been doing like 1 week and then filming this. So this weekend, because I actually gave myself time to rest, I was able to actually color every single week. That is my doodle planner update. And you guys, Amanda Rach Lee has been teasing the 2025 one. And at first I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. But like, she's putting so much into it in 2025 that I was like, okay, I have to. And I'll figure out ways to use this. Maybe I won't use it every single week. Maybe it'll be sometimes like a journal, sometimes a to-do list. I don't really know, but she's like one of my favorite YouTubers, and this is her business and her designs and her art and her everything. I just want to support her, but I also just really love this planner in general. There's like nothing like it at all. And I think everyone could use an excuse to just color for an hour every single month. So anyways, that's my update. I feel like in the last couple of months, I've been saying I'm not sure if I'm gonna use the doodle planner next year, but I am. Seeing those teasers, I'm like, oh my God, she's like upgrading stuff and changing things around. So I'm really, really excited. And that marks the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this monthly plan with me video. We are all set up for the month, and now we just kind of have to go live our lives and keep these intentions in mind and our goals and everything. But in the end, I make everything really simple because I just like to live my life and then regroup at the end of every single month. So that's why I really love these monthly plan with me videos. And I hope that's why you guys love them too. And I think that's everything. I will see you guys in a new video very soon. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. I post new videos twice a week in 2024. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video, but until then, miss you already.